It's your boy Sage reporting live from Toronto, Ontario at, I think it's like 10:30 p.m. It's a nighttime video. First of its kind, you know. We out here. Topic today, simulation versus creation. One of my favorite things to talk about. So let's start off with simulation. Simulation theory is the idea that everything around us is like a big computer, and there's coding in everything, and like there's a code to tell the trees to grow, there's a code to tell the grass to grow, there's a code for the egg of a female human to get is it germinated by a sperm cell, and then it'll turn into a human instead of a rat or something. There's a code for everything, right? And so a lot of people subscribe to this theory, and it is a fantastic theory. I myself think it's wonderful, but I think it's pretty funny because creation is the exact same thing. So they are in fact one and the same. There's no difference. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, the simulation still requires a creator. It requires a coder. And that coder would be God. No matter how you look at it, all the theories of how we came into existence, it all comes back to the same question. Who pressed the on button? From the Big Bang Theory, who caused the Big Bang? And if the Big Bang was so random, why is there so much order in the universe? There's night and there's day, there's boy, there's girl, there's dry, there's wet, there's hot and cold, you know? If we are 2 inches closer to the sun, we burn. And if we're 2 inches further away from the sun, we freeze to death. So we are right in the sweet spot. We are in the Goldilocks zone for us to have life and for everything around us to be possible. I always thought it was funny when people would try to argue their points for what theory is the correct one. But like I said, it's the same thing. There still has to be a God out there somewhere. And while I do believe that there is a God, I do understand the people who claim that there is no God, because I was there. I've been there before. You know, growing up as a Nigerian, going to church is like a big part of the culture. You literally live at church if you grow up in Nigeria. You're there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and you pretty much sleep there on Sunday. And so I was like, okay, God, this, God, that. And you go through life thinking that, okay, if there's a God, then all my troubles should always be answered and all my wishes should be granted and I should never feel any pain. But that is not how God works. God is he's a parent. He's like a parental figure. You know what I mean? And your parents are there to discipline you. If they're good parents, they're there to discipline you. They're there to teach you right from wrong. And they'll always be your security blanket. But if they're good parents, they're going to allow you to go through certain things that'll make you better as a human being. It'll make you a more well-rounded individual. And that is exactly what God is. And, you know, people, every time I ask someone or I speak to someone, I always ask girls on dates, like, oh, do you believe that there's a God? And some of them say yes, some of them say no. And it always comes down to, oh, I begged and I pleaded to him to help me in a situation, but he never answered my prayers. And that was the same reason why I was also an atheist at one point. I was like, God, why am I going through all these things? What's happening? Like, I thought you're supposed to be there for me, this and that. But the trade-off for you going through those things is that you become more stable. You become strong like a mountain. Because before then, if your life is just smooth sailing the whole time, you don't get to appreciate, you know? You don't get to appreciate the peaks and the valleys, you know? God is, everything that God allows is done. Let me not say allow, but everything that God puts you through is for your own benefit. And another point people like to bring up when they're talking about God is they say that, oh, if there's a God, why does he allow all the negative things in the world to happen and whatnot? And that's a valid point. Why would God not step in and be like, enough is enough? I need you guys to stop killing each other. I need you guys to stop this and that. But then the argument of free will comes into play. Free will. Free will is tricky because it seems like it's a cop-out to give God a way out of accountability for the things that happen under the earth. But like a parent does, right? A parent can bring you up in the best way possible, put you through the best schools, teach you all the best manners, always telling you to say thank you and you're welcome and all the whole 9 yards. A parent can do that. But if that parent does not trust you to go out into the world and practice those things that were taught, they would not be a good parent. What type of parent would be like, okay, I need you, or I'm gonna follow you everywhere you go so that I know that you're being a good upstanding citizen. I need to know for a fact that I'm gonna hold your hand and no matter what, I'm always gonna be there so that you will always follow the rules. That would be abrasive. It would get annoying. It would be an invasion of your privacy and your space and your individuality, right? So that's how God feels about the situation. God he came down into the human form and walked this life as one of us. Because people get it twisted. You don't get into heaven because of your good deeds. You will never be good enough. You'll never do enough good things to be holy like God is. Because we're sinful by nature. We are full of sin. The reason you do good things is because you appreciate the debt that was paid in your stead. The debt that was paid. God came down into human form. He came down as Jesus Christ, and he died. He paid the price for all of us so that we can all live this life and enjoy it and learn from it. You know what I mean? And the reason why he had to do that is because God is a just God. He's a holy God. Things can't go, how do I say this? Ooh, I'm covering the camera. Things cannot be unbalanced. You can't tip the scales in one direction. You have to be balanced. God is all about balance and being holy. That's what being holy means. Being holy means you're like a circle. You're a whole. And if things are unbalanced, the circle isn't complete. It's like the yin and yang thing. So where was I going with this? Yes, so that's why God cannot step in and do these things. He set the example. He's paid the price. Now it's up to us. You know, we have to come to that realization and be like, why are we doing this to each other? Why are we killing each other? Why are we killing each other over imaginary lines? Why are we killing each other over resources? The planet is so big. The earth provides more than enough for everyone to have plenty. And yet we monopolize everything for our own personal gain. Literally, he left everything up to us because he's like, these are my children. I've set the standard. I show them what to do. Now let me see if they do it. And he will love you. He loves you that much more when you decide on your own to come and be like he was. So yeah, it's up to us, man. It's up to us. We got to do something about it. We got to change our ways. You know, we got to change our ways. Anything else I wanted to talk about? Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just got back from the gym, you know. Got to get your workout in no matter the hour. So peace and blessings. Y'all be good. Nighttime video. I'm tapping out.